One tactic, 6 trophies, and a 90% win rate. Strap yourselves in, boys. This is going to be a good one. Thanks to these 2 comments, today is the day that we tackle the 4-2-4 formation. I'm going to be using Bayern Munich and Benfica for this one, and trust me, the results, well, they are incredible. Enough talking though, let's hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. So what better place to start than with the results? As you can see, Bayern Munich won the league with 91 points, goal difference of 86, and we only lost 1 game all year. Lewandowski got 40 league goals, average rating of 7.82, as well as Sane with 24 assists and an average rating of 7.75, Muller chipping in with 15 assists, Neuer getting 18 clean sheets. As you can see, this tactic has absolutely dominated Germany. And when you look at the team overview statistics, you will see that we dominated everything. Most goals with 117, fewest shots against with only 293, more shots for, almost 150 more than the second place team. We had the best possession in the entire division, as well as the most clean sheets and the fewest conceded. And when you look at the squad, you can see why. Lewandowski actually ended up with 58 goals. Musiala got 32 goals from central midfield. Yeah, you heard that right. Central midfield, 32 goals. Muller got 22, Sane got 21, and Gnabry even chipped in with 13, but everyone in the squad contributed very, very nicely. Assist-wise, Sane got 33 in total, Muller with 25, Kimmich with 24, Gnabry again with 20, and Lewandowski got 18 assists as well. So, everyone performed incredibly well, but it just gets better. It gets better with the detailed statistics. We actually score 3.44 goals per game, which is just ridiculous. Imagine guaranteeing 3 goals a game. Well, this 4-2-4 does just that. Not only does it dominate the league, it dominates every other competition we were in. We dominated the German Super Cup, we won the DFB Pokal, and we won the Champions League, finishing off with 4 trophies in 1 season. We got the quadruple. Not only that, we won the Champions League final 6-2 against Liverpool. Madness. And as you can see on screen, that was not the only crazy result we had. 8-3 victory, 7-2 victory, 6-1 victory over Borussia Dortmund in the cup final. As you can see, 4-2-4. It's a game breaker. But I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, GG, anyone can win the league with Bayern Munich. Anyone can win the Champions League with Bayern Munich. And yes, yeah, you're right. However, not everyone can do it in that style. So I decided I'd try it out with Benfica as well. And, well, the results were exactly the same. If we look at the league table, it was absolutely dominated. 31 victories, 108 goals scored, and only 30 conceded. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. If we have a quick look at the detailed stats as well for Benfica, you will see that we finished with 3.18 goals per game. So again, guaranteeing over 3 goals every single game. Ridiculous. And as you can see from the goals in the squad, Nunes got 44, Yarmolenchuk got 27, Everton got 19, and the goals were just spread all over the shop. When we look at the assists, again, Nunes tops it with 17, Grimaldo with 14, Everton with 14, Rafa with 12. Just everybody contributes. And it results in some incredible high average ratings. Now I know you want to see the tactic, and I don't blame you at all. It is a banger. However, please do consider subscribing. It would really make a great deal. But enough about that, to the tactic. Alright, it's time to build the tactic, and we're going to start with the team instructions. The first thing we're going to do is have a positive mentality. In possession, we're going to pass into space, we're going to work the ball into the box, we're going to overlap left, overlap right, and have an extremely high tempo. In transition, we're going to counter press, we're going to counter, and we're also going to take short kicks and distribute to the centre backs. Out of possession, the first thing we're going to do is force the opposition inside, as well as have a much higher line of engagement and a much higher defensive line. We're going to prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and we're also going to trigger press much more often. And then finally, we're going to employ the offside trap, as if we're pushed so high, chances are we're probably going to be able to catch 1 or 2 of them offside, and the opposition play a long ball over the top. Now for the player roles. In goal, we're going to have a sweeper keeper on attack duty. Then at right back, we're going to have a subscribe logo. Scroll down, click subscribe quickly. Awesome, thank you very much. But at right back, we're going to have a complete wing back on support duty. Inside him, we're going to have a ball playing defender on defend duty. We're going to have a normal centre back next to him, so we don't need to worry too much about him. However, on the left hand side, we want an inverted wing back on support duty. Now there are some player instructions that we need to add onto these roles, but I'll go through the positions first and then I'll add the player instructions in at the end. as in midfield, we're going to have a ball-winning midfielder on defend. Next to him, we're going to have a central midfielder on attack duty. Now, I know this position has been used constantly in this year's FM, but it's because it works. And you saw how many goals Musiala scored. It still is incredible. On the left-hand side, we're going to have an inside forward on attack, and then on the right-hand side, we're going to have an inverted winger on support duty. Up front, we're going to have a deep-lying forward, and then a target forward on attack duty. Now, these are all the roles we need for these positions. However, it's time for the instructions. Starting with our complete wing-back on the right-hand side of defence, we are going to encourage him to cross more often and to aim for the target forward. And on the left-hand side of defence, our inverted wing-back, we are actually going to encourage him to get further forward and to dribble more with the ball. Our ball-winning midfielder, we don't need to add anything to him. However, our central midfielder on attack, we want to dribble more and to take more risks. Our inside forward now on that left-hand side, we want to encourage him to stay wider and to aim crosses at the target forward. On the right-hand side, the inverted winger, again, we want to encourage crossing more often and aiming at the target forward. Our deep-lying forward doesn't require any additional instructions. However, our target forward does. And it is, as always, shoot more often. This guy is always the one who gets the most chances, so we want him to take as many of them as possible. And when your team is all set up, it should look something like this. Covering the entire pitch, there's no weaknesses, and it means that we can dominate every single position of the pitch. And as it's so dominant, it doesn't really matter who you use it with. As even with Benfica, like I said previously, we won the league, but we also won the Portuguese Cup. So we actually won 6 trophies with one tactic. So what I'll do is I'll show you how this tactic works in a game. I'll show you some highlights so you can see exactly how these players play with these roles. The first goal I'm going to show you highlights how important the central midfielder on attack duty is. When Kimmich plays the ball back, I'm going to pause it here for a second. Goretzka is going to collect the ball, and as you can see now, Skriniar here, 37, is man marking Lewandowski. But as you can see, Musiala has a free rein towards their box. And what happens is really interesting. Skriniar actually gets stuck between both players and doesn't know who to go to. Then Musiala fires in the finish. And that's the power of the overload from central midfielder on attack. Pair it with the target forward. When they drop in, the central midfielder pushes on. It causes chaos in the opposition's defence. The second goal I'm going to show you is in our 6-1 demolition against Dortmund. Just going to pause it here. And as you can see, we have 5 defensively minded players and then 5 offensively minded players. So we're essentially playing 5 at the back and 5 up front, and just watch how it overloads Dortmund's defence here as Pavel plays into Lewandowski. Now, Lewandowski as that target forward, very important. Hold up ball is a key attribute for that player. But what he does instead, he plays it to Coleman, and the attacking run of Musiala gets past their defence and he applies the finish. But it's those triangles we're looking for, and those are the triangles we get. The final goal I'm going to show you highlights the counter-attacking ability of this tactic. If we pause it here, our ball-winning midfielder has won the ball back. Sonny now has 3 options. He can either play it up front to 25, to Lewandowski, or to Coleman, or he could even dribble it on himself. But what he chooses to do is he's going to play a ball across to Kingsley Coleman. Now, if you watch number 5 very, very carefully, he is tracking the target forward. So even though it's not the central midfielder running past him this time, it does allow a lot of space behind for those balls over the top. And what Sonny does is he plays the ball over the top. There's Coleman. He's going to pop it home. And that sealed the deal in the Champions League final to make it 6-2 against Liverpool. What a ridiculous result. So there we have it then. A game-breaking 4-2-4 formation for you to try. The download link will be in the description below. And while it's down there, please do press subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I've almost had 100 new subscribers this month. So if you're one of them, thank you very much. I've been GG513, you've been awesome, and hopefully I'll see you next time.